Time for sports. Mira, it's not as shocking as if the Leafs suddenly made a huge run right to the playoffs and went to the Stanley Cup final. But
or
no one
won the cup?
Yeah, well, I don't even know if that's a possibility ever.
No, but yeah, AJ, bye-bye Berkey. The Toronto Maple Leafs stunned the hockey world today and fired president and general manager Brian Burke. This just days before training camps are about to start. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment didn't escort Berkey from the building, however. They gave him a new role. They made him a senior advisor.
It's the product of a conversation that's been going on for some time, since the sale closed back in August. It's not the product of any one incident or any one thing.
Well, it's true. The Toronto Maple Leafs did underachieve on Burke's watch. The team never made the playoffs in his 4.5 years as GM, but that's not any news, leaving many questioning the timing of this firing. It's believed that Burke's brash and abrasive personality eventually cost him his job. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment has undergone an ownership change, which now includes Bell Media and Rogers. Burke doesn't quite fit the new corporate image, but his assistant does. Dave Nonis will take over as GM on a full-time basis.
Did the 4 years of missing the playoffs factor into the conversation with the shareholders? For sure it did. But at the end of the day, it was really looking for a different voice and a different leadership approach.
I think we think a lot of along the same lines about how a team should play. If there's one difference, I would say that I'm a little more patient in how I approach things.
It's almost like Canucks history is repeating itself in Toronto. Nonis once takes over from his GM duties from his mentor once again. Securing solid goaltending is his first order of business. Now Nonis was the brains behind the trade that brought Roberto Luongo to Vancouver from the Florida Panthers. And now there is even more speculation that Louis is on his way to the Leafs. Well, we are one step closer to puck drop. The NHL owners did as expected and voted in favor of ratifying the new collective bargaining agreement today. After the board of directors meeting, Commissioner Gary Bettman took to the podium, and fans finally heard those 3 words they've been waiting to hear since the lockout began in mid-September.
Most importantly, to our fans who love and have missed NHL hockey, I'm sorry. I know that an explanation or an apology will not erase the hard feelings that have built up over the past few months, but I owe you an apology nevertheless.
Chasing your Olympic dream is a lifelong pursuit, and island ice dance pairs aren't giving up. Mexican-born Leonardo and Pilar MAEKAWA have been skating for Canada their whole lives, but will now compete for Mexico in major junior competitions. As Jordan Cunningham shows us, this week's Island MVPs are improving leaps and bounds.
What separates a champion from a casual competitor is the ability to dust yourself off and pick up the pieces. Leo and Pilar MAEKAWA were cruising along last season when a bad break to Leo's ankle brought their lives to a standstill.
We were supposed to go to Junior Worlds that year.
First I thought my world had ended and I was going to go into a mental breakdown and cry.
After a long, painful rehab, the brother-sister duo is back, and they've lifted their game to the senior level, and thanks to a strong showing in recent international events in Mexico and Croatia, they're set to become the first Islanders ever to compete at the prestigious Four Continents Championship in Osaka, Japan.
The goal in Osaka is just to skate the best we can, have fun, and just make everyone here in Victoria proud.
They only started back in September, and what they've accomplished since September has been mind-boggling.
One small detail, though, Leo and Pilar will be skating for Mexico.
Since we have the Mexican residency, we decided to try and represent Mexico because our chances of getting into the international level of competing were much higher.
For Osaka, they've got their routines locked down.
Our short dance, which is to the sound of music, and then our free dance, it's a type of waltz.
It's an African waltz, and it's more dramatic.
That means the Canadians representing Mexico will skate an African waltz in Japan.
Well, we like to be multicultural, so...
Commitment to international excellence makes Leo and Pilar MAEKAWA this week's Island MVPs. Racking up points to qualify for Worlds is next, and the ultimate goal is to skate on Olympic ice in 2014. Nowhere are they more looked up to than at their home club.
What do you think makes them good skaters?
How much they practice and work together.
We love skating for this club. They've been such a huge support for us since we moved here to skate. They've just been so amazing, and they believe in us, and that makes us believe in what we do.
Island fans can meet Leo and Pilar as well as see them skate during the intermission of the Victoria Grizzlies game on Friday, January 18th. Jordan Cunningham, CTV Sports, Saanich.
Well, thank you, Jordan. We know there are plenty of sports superstars on the island, just like the MAEKAWAs, and we want to tell those amazing stories. So keep those emails coming to islandmvp@ctv.ca. Nominate your MVP. Be sure to watch every Wednesday and, of course, every day as we profile our island's top talent. Well, is Lance Armstrong about to come clean? The disgraced cyclist has agreed to a no-holds-barred interview with the most powerful woman in the world, Oprah Winfrey. Armstrong will address the alleged doping scandals, years of accusations of cheating, and charges of lying about the use of performance-enhancing drugs throughout his storied career. The 90-minute special is scheduled to air on January 17th on the Oprah Winfrey Network. Well, since we're on the topic of alleged drug use, hi, Barry Bonds. The one-time home run king will not be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Bonds, along with Roger Clemens and Sammy Sosa, were passed over in their first ballot. The Baseball Writers of America failed to elect anyone into Cooperstown for the first time in 4 decades. The 3 steroid-tainted stars will have up to 14 more years to make it into the Hall. Redskins quarterback Robert Griffin III had successful surgery today to repair a torn LCL and ACL in his right knee. RG3's season ended when his already injured knee buckled on a botched snap in the 4th quarter in Sunday's loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Now the road to recovery is going to be a long one. 6 to 8 months is the best case scenario. Yeesh. And if you can't be in front of a TV Sunday morning for the Seahawks and Atlanta Falcons NFC playoff game, here's hoping that you are near a radio. Our sister station, CFAX 1070, will be broadcasting the game live. Coverage will start at 10 a.m. Sunday morning. And speaking of Seattle, big news out of Seattle right now. The Sacramento Kings are virtually on the verge of moving to Key Arena. So it looks like NBA basketball is coming back for the 2013-2014 season.
Good for Seattle, and hopefully hockey follows.
That would be the logical choice.
Thanks, Myra.
You're welcome.